Today I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, going through houses with hidden underground tunnels, all with the purpose of showing you guys how you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars through investing in real estate like this. So come with me with one of Cincinnati, Ohio's best property developers as we explore homes with tunnels that need work, but we're going to make a lot of money in this. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and come with me. Let's start. On these kinds of deals, what I've engineered on a couple scenarios is to go in with my contractor. And when the contractor says, I can do it, I've let them kind of take the lead and say, all right, this is the upside. You get your lion's share of percentage, or you get your percentage. And if they can fix it, they can fix it. If they don't, they don't. That's been the kind of little thing that I've discovered recently, that for a first timer, if you vetted your contractor really, really well, that seems to be one of the easier ways to mitigate bad headers and no one wanting to buy it.
Definitely. If they have some equity in the deal or some kind of upside, they're going to care a lot more. Yeah. But you still got to be there. You got to be there checking on it and make sure they're doing it, because you never know. Obviously,
this is huge.
So this is where you would walk up. Walk up here. It's cool. We're gonna, obviously these columns are really nice. This door, I'm gonna try to save it and get my glass guy. It's a pretty cool door.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And we're gonna replace all these doors with matching new interior doors, but got a cool little closet area here. And we'll walk into the living room. So these older buildings are kind of like, can be functionally obsolete for the way that they're put together. Because the kitchen was all the way in the back, and then this was the dining room, and then this was like the living room. Like the kitchen's the heart of the home, right? That's like what's gonna rent the place out. Yeah. We added a spot to mount a TV. Kitchen's gonna be similar to downstairs. Again, a big 6-foot island, overhang, stove, tons of cabinets, lots of good light. We have to shrink the windows so we could actually put cabinets here. Sure. But it's gonna be a great size. And then,
oh yeah, absolutely. This feels absolutely huge for a second floor apartment.
Yeah, I mean, the ceilings are still like crazy high. And then back here is like a cool office area. Whatever they want to do with it.
You got more washer dryer hookups over there.
Yes.
So you got the same level of amenities.
Same thing.
As the first floor.
This one even has a third floor too.
Oh my goodness.
So we have 2 more bedrooms and a bathroom.
So you're using the third floor for an extra bedroom for this apartment?
Yeah, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom.
Okay.
So this will be a 4-bed, 2-bath.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. And this is the $21.95.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed is there's no quarter bead on any of this stuff, and we gotta have quarter bead on this. So we need to ask our drywallers what's going on with that.
You're gonna have to come in, fix some things. All right, so you got your 2 bedrooms over here. Your bathroom size is about the same. Looks like you have the same wall issue that was going on to get your 5-foot tub in here.
Framed it in so we can set 5-foot tub in and just go tile straight. Floor to ceiling tile. I mean, it just draws the eye up. It looks so nice.
Oh, yeah. Second Street has this style of flooring. And in my case, it's cherry, and it was preserved properly. So if you notice, it starts off with a piece in these 1.5 inches wide, maybe 2 inches. And they start, and as the floor goes in the room, it progressively gets smaller. And then the one that I have, it ends up with one little piece in the middle of the room, and it ends up being something like, or some sort of really, really fancy jewel looking thing in the middle of the room. And only on older houses like this do you see this level of craftsmanship on floors. Great when you can restore it, but I know when I've looked for costs to actually fix rooms like this and restore the flooring, you could easily drop $5 grand, $7,500 just on the floor to preserve it. Yeah. It sucks when you can't save it, but when you can save it, it's pretty awesome.
Here, we're just gonna have the flooring guys come through and just put down glue on or whatever they recommend. Just put all new, really nice luxury vinyl down. So that'll probably end up being like $6 a foot between the labor and everything. You wanna see the third floor?
Yeah, I love third floors.
Let's go. This has always been like another bread and butter, is finishing out these spaces that are unfinishable.
You've already put a lot of work up in here.
This did not have a bathroom up here. My thing is, if I'm gonna put out a 4-bed, and I don't think it's gonna be used as a 4-bed, I think it might be a couple that has a couple offices or whatever. You can't have one bathroom. That's just a nightmare. Yeah. So this was a big closet originally for this room.
That's awesome.
So we framed it in. When you open the door, you look at the vanity. You got a toilet, and then we got a nice big shower that will have all new tiles surround. This will be a porch shower pan, but this will just add more space just for people to get along and not get in fights over showers. And then bedroom, nothing fancy up here. Bedroom, this will be a door. Because the original door was right here. And I was struggling on where we put a closet in this room because it's not huge. So my thought was like, we don't really need a hallway closet, so let's make the door up here, and that becomes the closet for this bedroom.
Yeah, cool.
And if you ever wonder how drywall gets carried up 3 flights of stairs, That's how.
That's
they
awesome.
literally cut holes in the floor and then we'll just hand them to each other the whole way up. 530 sheets of drywall. That's a lot of drywall. At $26.50 a board.
Wow.
So that's over $14,000 to hang and finish this drywall. The gutters and soffits here, I got a bid from we'll say gutter company A, and it was like $8,900 to do the gutters and soffits. Gutter company B came and did all of it and did the whole thing for $3,400.
Holy crap.
Man, I mean, when people tell me that they can't find deals, I just want to like shake them because the deals are there.
Oh.
You just have to know where you want to find them.
I'm sure you're running into the same things with your academy that I'm doing with my coaching guys. And they're like, there's no deals, I can't find anything out there. And you set them up on a process. Here's the process. Oh, when you do X, Y, Z, you do these and you can't find a deal, call me, I'll personally get involved. And then you pick up the phone for, I found 5 deals, laundromats, car washers, whatever it is. And they just can't believe that there's a deal out there that they could get. And it's like, yeah, it's because you, number one, you didn't know what work to do. And number two, you weren't doing it.
Yeah.
And just those 2 things make or break everybody.
And this is just like anything in life, it's the consistency, right? I get like wholesale students that are like, I can't find a deal, I can't find a deal. I'm like, well, how many action steps did you take? How many touches in any way did you do? They're like, well, I threw 20 signs, or I knocked on 6 doors. And I'm like, you need to take that number and times it by 1,000. Like, it's such a numbers game in anything.
I've done this with some of my coaching students. I'm like, what would you do for $1 million? And they're like, I'll do anything for $1 million. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I want to set you on a path. I want you to call 1,000 people. Well, I can't do that. I just said $1 million. And what's that? It's $1,000 per phone call you're going to make. I just want you to make 1,000 phone calls. And then when you start to understand, people start to understand that that's how the numbers work. Oh, I'm going to make $1,000 every phone call I make. I'm going to make $500 for every phone call I make, and doing that research and finding deals. And they're just like, oh, wow. And I said, but here's the problem. It's all front end loaded. And you and I know this. You're not good at it. You have to learn. You have to get some experience. At some point, you understand how to evaluate the deals quicker. You know how to talk to people better. You know how to be a more effective communicator. And then once you do that, you know, your batting average isn't 1 in 100. It's like maybe 1 in 10 or 1 in 20.
But that's what separates like the lifestyle that we built, is we built it this way that most Americans won't.
I agree, 100%. What's your guys' website?
BurrInvestAcademy.com, 4 R's, Burr Invest Academy.
You can do my coaching at investmentjoy.com. What is the most critical failing point when coming to start a business? Hey guys, it's Brandon with Investment Joy. Danny D'Angelo is hosting the largest Laundromat Summit in the world, and it's coming up in less than a month. Use the link below, get your tickets. I'm going to be there for 3 days. If you've ever wanted to spend time with me and all the other big names in laundromats like the Wilford Brothers, Following Keenan, and Hot Dogging with Dan, and Truck Full of Quarters. So if you want to hang out with all of the big names in the laundromat world and you want to spend some time in Vegas having fun, use the link below, book your tickets now, hang out with me, Danny, and the crew. Would love to see you there. Would love to spend some time and get to know you. Take a look. Let's get going.
A house I would normally do right now just because I want to do more buy and holds, but I just wanted to make sure the home got the renovation it deserved. And I didn't want somebody buying it and finishing it out how I wouldn't do it. You know, I didn't want to worry about property values coming down. Like, I'm obviously heavily invested in the neighborhood. I have 40 properties within these 4 blocks.
Oh, wow.
4 streets. Let's
Awesome.
go inside and check it out.
Okay, cool.
This whole thing, Brandon, was all enclosed.
Oh, wow.
Like,
okay.
this was the front door right here originally.
Oh my goodness. What tiling is this?
Floor and decor tiling. It's cool, right?
Decor. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Bought this house for $45,000. I wholesaled it to myself too.
So you paid yourself a wholesale fee?
Yep, $10,000. So right when you walk in.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Yeah, I want to take in a lot of that stuff that you see in new buildings and new homes that people are building. So like we have a half bath right there where Matt is. This beautiful half bath, nice living room. We exposed that brick. So this whole back wall was collapsed.
Oh my goodness.
We literally had to go from the sill plate in the basement.
Do we have a
security
security system going off?
We do. Yeah, so we exposed this brick, beautiful vinyl flooring, luxury vinyl through the entire first floor. We wanted to keep the original handrails. Like, you know, we talked about kind of leaving some stuff historically. We finished the whole thing, and then we kind of looked over at these rails, what they used to be like, and we're just like, they just look like we just ran out of money. Like, we can't leave these rails. So we ended up putting these in, which are a little bit nicer. So we got the nice iron spindles, so kind of dating back to the time. I don't want there to be a difference with the quality of work that a guy does at one property versus another, where they're like, oh, well, we're not going to do crown molding because we thought this was going to be a rental. We're not going to do nice hardware because we thought it was a rental. We're doing everything nice everywhere. So there's no excuse. We're not mixing it up.
Good plan.
Yeah.
So you spent $44,000 or $45,000 on it, depending on whether you include the wholesale fee to yourself.
Yeah.
How much do you have in this total as far as the rehab goes?
So my all-in cost with purchase for this property is I'm at like $197.
Oh wow.
But the thing is, and we've had some people interested, and it's just where the market's at. This would have sold for over $300,000 3 months ago.
Oh wow.
And you know, I'm not gonna really budge from $275 where I'm at now. We've had people that are interested, and I'm just not gonna give it away because I know the quality and what's in it. It's really turnkey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it like 2 more weeks, and I'll probably just burr out of it.
Okay.
And keep it if I can't sell it, because
makes sense.
it's perfect, right? Like everything in here has been it's tax abated, brand new plumbing, brand new electric.
Oh wow.
And this is a really nice house. Everything in here too, guys, like these are all nice cabinets. They all soft close. This was the house that actually inspired me to finally renovate my house. I was finally like, man, this is so beautiful. Like I want to wake up to a kitchen just like this. We started doing it, and that's why we've kind of been distracted on a few other projects.
The build quality here is really fantastic.
Yeah, no, I mean, nothing that we do is builder grade in any of our houses, even from the cabinets to the baseboard. I mean, it's 5 1/4.
Very nice. Want to see the second floor? That's not a joke. I'm just saying. That's cool. So what was this before you? Was this always a half bath, or
It was a
you
closet.
Closet. Okay.
And now we turned into a half bath.
Now it's a water closet. And this has a basement to it.
Yes, the basement's through this door.
Take a peek down here real quick.
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
It's just an old stone basement.
Probably nicer than a house I grew up in. I don't see any diesel furnaces down here anywhere. So this is nicer than what I've had. Yeah, this is nicer than most basements that I own. It's also nicer than, definitely nicer than the basement on the farm. I don't see a dirt wall anywhere in here. In a rebuild like this, how many inspections did the city have to do on this before it was all done?
I like to have them come in before I even start, introduce myself to them. I want them to know, hey, I'm friendly. Like, I'm not gonna try to pull a fast one. I do good work. I just want you to know who I am. So I'll do an inspection before I even pull a permit, because I want them to know, like, hey, I'm here to play ball. Like, what do you see? I just want to be transparent. So that'll just be like a meeting. Then after that, we'll submit our permits and our plans. And when we finish our electric rough-in, our plumbing rough-in, our HVAC, so these are the inspections that you have. You're gonna have an electrical inspection, plumbing inspection, an HVAC inspection, a framing inspection, an insulation inspection, a fire blocking inspection, which consists of mineral wool and fire foam. And then when that's done, you're gonna put your drywall on. And then after that, you're gonna have your final electric, your final HVAC, your final plumbing, and then you're gonna have your final on everything just being done, like smoke alarms work the way they're supposed to, CO2s on all the levels, everything's to code and done.
Okay.
In the beginning, there's a lot of inspections that are front.
I'm just curious how the level of inspections works for the city of Cincinnati as opposed to, say, Columbus or some of the suburbs.
I bought this, I think it was like January 12th of 22 of this year. The whole process took a little bit longer than I planned, just because we had so much structural stuff that it sat with the city for about 4 months before we could really get a green light to do anything. I'd say really swinging hammers how long it took. It took us about 6 months to get this whole project done. It's fine. Like our numbers are really good. So, you know, we're into it for less than 200, I'm listed for 274.9. So if I have to burr out, I'll still get a little bit of money.
Yeah.
One thing I like to do is I try to always have like a bedroom with an ensuite with a bathroom, just because it's gonna be different. Like parents don't want to share bathrooms with kids.
Yeah.
My kid's gross. I know how it is. And even if it means making the bedroom a little bit smaller, I definitely think it's worth having their own private bathroom.
Yeah.
And this isn't even like a super tiny bedroom. It's just a queen size bed.
This is a perfectly decent sized bedroom for, I would say, an average family.
We always want to have laundry in, especially for people buying a house. So we got a spot here for stackable laundry. This right here is the money. Approved by the city. It's super important. And then here, nice vanity. If you're on a limited budget and you want to make a big bang for your buck in a bathroom, I always say invest in a nice vanity, faucet, mirror, and a light fixture. That's missing globes. What's going on here?
We got a problem.
Oh no.
Santa cannot make it in this house. He said that he doesn't think Santa could make it in this house. I said there's a little crack for him right here. He could make it.
Plus, he goes in the first floor chimney. You know that.
Well, isn't the first floor chimney bricked up too?
No, it's exposed.
Okay. It's exposed.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got it covered. All bases are checked here.
I see you did the third story again.
Yes.
Well, that's fun. These always excite me because this is what I want to do on every single house I have. I see, as I walk up the road, all of these houses have tunnels. I'm really, really curious to know what is on the other side of these doors that are embedded into the street here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's find out. In Cincinnati, Ohio, again, we're looking at Jarius's third deal. We looked at one in Walnut Hills, we looked at another one in East Price Hill, and now we are in Clifton. These words mean nothing to me other than Walnut Hill. And this house is built on the side of a hill, like a lot of things in Cincinnati are. It looks to be about 100 years old. What'd you pick this place up for?
I'm not 100% sure. Let's get with Casey, because he's running this whole project. project.
Rick Casey's running the project. All right. What's Casey's relationship to you?
Casey and I are partners on
Partners
this.
on it.
Gather-
Look at this.
Casey,
Look at
he's
it.
leaving
There's a
church
lot
on
of money here, guys.
this. Run Brandon through the numbers we got on this. I can't remember.
The price is $78,000.
78,000.
Duplex. Rehab 75 to 100, all in for at most 180. ARV probably 250.
So you're going clear 50, 60 grand on it. Buy and hold, or you're going to flip it?
Hold.
When a place is like this, it's when you have to do it, not when it's occupied. You want to be proactive. You can't make money and last in real estate if you just are constantly reacting to things. Talk about finding deals all the time. It's hard to find deals. Hard to find deals. This deal was on the MLS. It was on the market. Anybody could have bought this house.
Oh, God.
Anybody could have bought it.
It was on for a few months. It just
Yeah.
kept, I just put it on like a hot sheet. The price kept dropping. It kept dropping. The owner of this property here owned 8,000 property.
When this was initially listed on the MLS, what did they start at, the hedge fund, and in?
Roughly around 110, 120.
Okay.
So somewhere in that area.
So you ended up getting about $32,000 off of list price on this. And it's not that I ever want to say never look at deals on the MLS, but time's going on, my MLS deals get less and less and less, but there's still deals to be had if they're like this that require a lot of work. As the market starts changing, a hedge fund knows prices are on the decline. Let's get rid of it now rather than wait 12 months. Well, let's see the rest of this place.
Point out some obvious things, right? That maybe aren't obvious if you don't do this every single day. Why are there 2x4s in front of a wall?
This actually looked really good in here when you walked in, even with the trim. I hated to take this off. Wanted to insulate.
And it also gives us the opportunity too for when we do our rough-ins. And your rough-in is anything behind the walls, plumbing, electric, HVAC. And now we have a clean surface to run our mechanicals through. Instead of having to punch a bunch of holes in the plaster and try to patch the plaster, we can sit here and rough everything in right here. It'll be beautiful, it'll be perfect. Roll up our insulation, and then now our drywallers are taking full boards and just putting them up and finishing them. And it's so much quicker and it looks so much nicer.
It'll be quick, it'll be clean. So now you've got an actual decent insulation value. Everything's going to be caulked up. You're going to have almost no thermal bridge between the outside and the inside, and it's just going to increase the heating ability on a place like this by an incredible amount. Your bath is going to sit this way?
Correct.
And your mechanical access is going to be on the back side?
It'll actually be right here.
Oh, right here. Okay.
This will be framed.
Okay.
So this could be a 3-bedroom with the closet.
They got a welcome tramp stamp or whatever they're called, the emblems. I can't believe it doesn't say live, laugh, love.
I was just gonna say, some motivational life quote.
It's always live, laugh, love.
Always.
If they are smoking meth, it's live, laugh, love.
All right, let's go up to your favorite part of every house, the third floor.
I love third floors. Were you originally going to put a bathroom up here?
The bathroom's right here.
Okay, that's what I would do. You'd have a 2-bedroom there, and then this would be a 1. You could do this as a 1 or studio.
This is actually a bedroom, and that would be a bedroom back there.
Dang.
So the bathroom actually was back here, and I just didn't like the ceiling height.
Yeah, this is awesome. About 6.5.
Close.
That's not bad.
This would be the bedroom, but bathroom would need to be tucked away a little bit because this just isn't like a huge living quarters. What's the plan in here? Are we throwing laundry in here, Casey?
Planning on putting laundry right here because I don't think I have the depth there with that. And I told it was
The depth right here?
yeah, between the door and the wall, the back of it.
So this is just gonna be just a gigantic bathroom?
Either a bench or a linen closet right there, and then maybe just the laundry right here.
You got so many options to do something with this place. It's awesome. Are you planning on doing anything with the basement here?
Maybe storage, but there's a neat tunnel that goes out to the street.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, it's a tunnel. There's a tunnel, guys.
That is so cool.
Oh, and it's arched and everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's too cool. Oh my goodness, they have a winch to close the door. I kid you not, I've got a guy from Chillicothe. He will drive his pick, and he would drive down here and get all the scrap metal, take it back to Chillicothe so he could sell it for $15.